On a historic day for the Gambia Police Force, Intake 1 of 2025 proudly marched into the annals of history, marking the largest passing-out ceremony ever conducted by the force. The event, held at the iconic Never Again Arch in Banjul, brought together over 1,000 recruits who had undergone months of rigorous physical, mental, and academic training. It was a celebration of resilience, discipline, and readiness to serve. Gracing the ceremony was the head of state, His Excellency President Adama Barrow, Commander-in-Chief of the Gambia Armed Forces, accompanied by cabinet ministers, service chiefs, senior government officials, and dignitaries. Friends, family members, and loved ones also filled the grounds, their cheers adding to the pride and excitement of the day. Also in attendance was the senior management of the Gambia Police Force, including Deputy Inspector General of Police Mamadou Sow, AIG Crime Management Demba Sow, AIG Administration Ibrahim Ba, AIG Operations Pate Jallo, as well as senior commissioners and other ranks, reflecting the leadership's full support for this historic milestone. Taken to the podium, President Barrow urged the graduating recruits to apply the lessons learned throughout their training, emphasizing that their presence in the force will strengthen national security and safeguard peace across the country.
Collectively, we stand by you, hopeful that you are fully equipped and prepared to serve our dear Republic with unwavering dedication, loyalty, and pride. Recognizing that rendering national service to maintain law and order, peace and freedom is a noble sacrifice any patriotic citizen can offer their country. You have chosen one of the noblest professions in the world, that is policing. Day in and day out, be it in the dead of the night, under the hot burning sun, or during heavy downpours and thunderstorms, police officers roam our streets to protect life and property and to guarantee us rest, sleep and leisure without fear of criminal attacks. We are proud of them and grateful for their service. Be assured, therefore, that my government will remain ever ready to provide the moral support and material resources you need to effectively police the Gambia. As evidence of this, in the first half of this year, 2025, we procured 9 brand new vehicles to facilitate police patrols. We are aware that proactive policing prevents crimes and reassures citizens, and so is community policing equally phenomenal. Consequently, as Commander-in-Chief of the Gambia Armed and Security Forces, I will never abdicate the responsibility of protecting the residents of this country from preventable harm or danger. Empowering our security services is a vital way of achieving this goal. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the deliverables in the recovery-focused National Development Plan 2023-2027 on policy and institutional reforms, capacitating security institutions, and maintaining a result-oriented public service speak to reforming, capacitating, and empowering the Gambia Police Force. Our objective is to safeguard the peace and stability that the Gambia is renowned for worldwide, without exposing our security sector personnel to undue danger. Their lives matter as much as civilian lives. As young recruits, you have undergone rigorous training to transform you from civilians to professional police officers. Our expectation is that you will exhibit the highest degree of discipline, integrity, and ethical conduct when you go out to serve the public. The public also expects you to honor your training instructors, and all those who contributed to your achievement today. You are fortunate to be the second batch of police recruits trained under the new democratic dispensation. You must have realized that your training curriculum was designed to reflect this reality. Together with the ideals of the security sector reform and the renewed focus on human security as opposed to state security, the new Gambia Police Force curriculum is infused with modules on community-oriented policing, human rights, human trafficking, gender and child rights. This is to equip you with the appropriate tools and information for democratic policing and to positively change the mindsets, attitudes, and perspective of the police force. I advise you not to regard your service as a mere profession, but a call to uphold the values of our republic and contribute to the greater good. You have the opportunity to follow in the footsteps of the men and women who served before you and devoted their lives to the nation as heroes and heroines. Their legacies rest on your shoulders for you to carry with pride, knowing that your actions will strengthen our collective future. Tough moments often lead to great achievement. So embrace the trials ahead and allow them to mold you into the leaders our republic needs. Persistence, resilience, honor, and service are values that guide profitably in times of uncertainty. March gracefully towards excellence, and they will sustain you when you stumble and lift you when you accidentally fall.
Following the President's remarks, Inspector General of Police Sidi Mukhtar Toure described this record-breaking intake as a milestone in his transformative agenda aligned with national security sector reform program. He assured that the quality of personnel produced reflects the force's commitment to professionalism, discipline and service.
This intake is the biggest ever in the history of Gambia Police Force, comprising of 1,336. In the wake of democratic transition in 2017, the government of the Gambia introduced the security sector reform to reorient and restructure the security sector to make it responsive to the needs of Gambians as opposed to state security. These objectives are clearly articulated in the National Security Policy NSP and the Security Sector Reform Strategy, otherwise known as SSRS. The national aspiration of all Gambians is elucidated in the Security Sector Reform Strategy, thus, to be a nation with a professional and a political security system able to protect the country and its people in line with fundamental human rights and rule of law, and a security system empowered and motivated to defend national sovereignty against all forms of threat, committed to building peace, national unity, tolerance, and social cohesion. And of course, promoting respect for diversity and equal opportunities, irrespective of gender, age, ability, ethnicity, and religion, in the interest of socio-economic development and prosperity. Composition of this intake is a glaring indication of our commitment to the above-mentioned national aspiration to protect the fundamental human rights of Gambians, of course, through local means. Policing is a noble profession, and you should be proud of yourselves. When you are deployed in the streets, treat the citizens with respect and enforce the law without fear of favor, affection, or ill will. Respect is reciprocal. If you respect people, they will equally respect you. As professional officers, you are expected to set a better example for others to follow. Obey law, put orders, and always uphold the law. If you do that, you will earn the highest esteem of the citizens you sign up to serve.
Adding to the reflections, Commandant of the Police Training School, Assistant Commissioner of Police Lamin Manka, highlighted the significance of producing officers capable of meeting the demands of modern policing. He spoke of the intensity and rigor of the training, affirming that it has shaped officers ready to serve their nation with pride and dignity.
Today marks an important day in the history of the Gambia Police Force and the Police Training School in particular, as we witness the passing out ceremony of Intake 2025. Intake 2025 makes history not as the largest badge in the history of the Gambia Police Force, but as the first badge of the present Inspector General of Police and my humble self as the Commandant of the Police Training School. The intake has persevered, remained consistent and constant during the course of the training. And as our pioneer badge, we expect them to reach the ceiling as they play their role in the security apparatus of our great country. Graduating are 1,333 recruits who have completed 70 modules in thematic areas such as police administration, evidence and procedure, traffic management, crimes and general law. They have also committed the psychomotor part of the training in the fields of weapon, public order management, and martial arts. The training was well synchronized and coordinated with the PRU training wing to bring out the best as we ensure and assure ownership and quality training. With the system adopted by the school, which ensured that training was handled by experts from the relevant units of the Gambia Police Force, these recruits are expected to make a difference and inspire their colleagues as the training incorporated simulation exercises geared towards ensuring adequate skills and knowledge transfer with focus to instilling the right attitude and mindset to encourage accountability, respect for human rights, and the rule of law as enshrined in the Constitution, the police vision, and the maxim of the Police Training School, enter to learn and ready to serve. The maxims are not mere words, but a constant reminder to stay focused on our resolve to graduate officers that will serve the Gambia with pride and dignity, in line with the Police Code of Ethics and Constitution of the Gambia. The recruits are therefore armed with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes and the physical readiness to operate in a modern democratic environment with specific attention to respect for human rights and the rule of law. This badge boasts of more than 40 university graduates, 5 medical doctors, a good number of teachers, and skill sets that will in no doubt boost the human resource base of the Gambia Police Force. Dear recruits, as you serve this great country of ours, always call to mind the advice and teachings of your great instructors so as to transcend and make positive impacts in your policing career.
The day also celebrated individual excellence as 6 recruits stood out for their exceptional performance in drill, firing, physical fitness, academic achievement, and the coveted championship award. Their achievements were recognized with special awards, a moment of pride for both the winners and the entire graduating class. The parade itself was a spectacle of precision and discipline, commanded by Chief Superintendent Lamin B. Sarr, with Superintendent Salifu Kamara as second in command, and Chief Inspector Abdullah Sarr serving as the parade regimental sergeant major. Their leadership ensured a flawless display that embodied the standards of the Gambia Police Force.
Enter to learn, ready to serve. We are in that state now. They are ready to serve the whole general populace without fear or favor or ill will. But I am confident enough that what we inculcated in them, they will do it to the best of their ability, and they will raise the Gambia Police Force a flag higher height. Be rest assured that they will do that.
I will advise them to serve with respect and dignity. Let them know that they are serving their Gambian people. They are serving their brothers and sisters. This is the Gambia we have. No other person can do this for us. Let them not look at how much they go home with at the end of the day, but what they can do for the Gambia.
Our country have high expectations towards us. So what we have to do is just not to let anyone because right now we are officers and we will face a lot of challenges at the end of the day. But let's keep our heads up, go on, strive, and ensure that we have the best out of all.
As the parade concluded and the recruits stood in perfect formation, one message resonated across the gathering. The Gambia now has a new generation of police officers trained, tested, and committed to protecting their homeland. Today marks not just the end of their training journey, but the beginning of a lifetime of service to the nation. For GPF Press, I am Ajafatu Jallo.